Kawasaki Z900RS, 2017 on, review retro take on the Z900 formula. Starting with the brilliant Z900 as its base, it's no surprise the 2017 Kawasaki Z900RS matches performance with looks. It oozes 70s Z1 charm, detailing and mixes it with modern technology, easy speed, light controls, superb build quality and fastidious attention to detail. There's enough performance for experienced riders to enjoy, and for new riders it's a piece of cake to jump on and live, or relive, your 70s dreams. It's a different model to the Kawasaki Z900RS Cafe, which as the name suggests is more geared towards cafe racer styling. There's an online forum for owners to join on Facebook, the Kawasaki Z900RS Owners Club. Ride quality and brakes. Kawasaki have modified the Z900's upper frame so they could fit the tank and seat horizontally, like the original 72 bike. As well as its modified chassis, higher-spec monoblocks trump the Z900's brakes, and a three-way switchable traction system and retro-style Dunlop GPR 300 tires are other new additions. Light, accurate town handling continues when you hit the open road. Suspension springs are stiff, so the Z900RS is more composed the harder you ram it into corners, and fully adjustable forks and ZX10R style horizontal rear shock and linkage are lightly damped, so the Big Z feels floaty when you up the ante, but they're set to give a smooth ride and easy, accessible low-speed handling. Engine. This is more than just a Z900 with flares, because there's even more going on under the skin. Kawasaki have bolstered low to mid-range power for everyday riding, which is at the expense of the standard bike's top-end clout, but the reality is you never miss it in the real world. First gear is shortened and the exhaust is tuned for bass-laden ear destruction, as well as grunt. There's no lack of speed in the Z's armory, and with the traction control turned off it will do the kind of Evel Knievel wheelies the Z1 could only dream of back in the 70s. The slip and assist clutch, gearbox and twist grip are all beautifully light and easy to operate, but the power delivery is aggressive from a closed throttle, which makes tackling tight corners and slow riding tiresome. A smooth inline-4 motor like the Z's will never have the same kind of earthy character as the Z900RS's twin and three-cylinder rivals, but it makes up for it with apocalyptic exhaust raw on the throttle and a blood-spitting gurgle on the overrun. The Kawasaki Z900RS horsepower is 109 brake horsepower. Reliability and build quality. A Big Z is as bulletproof as a tank, and the attention to detail here borders on the obsessive. The Z900RS is more like a one-off special than a high-volume production bike. This is a very popular bike with owners. Our Kawasaki Z900RS owners reviews on the site show a gleaming 5 out of 5 score at time of publication in October 2020. Value versus rivals. Kawasaki say they're gunning for the similarly priced BMW R9T Pure, but the Z900RS has to face a raft of retro rivals such as the Triumph Thruxton R and Yamaha XSR 900. With its impressive blend of performance and disco-cool Z1 style, it could easily beat the lot of them. Find out below how it fares against some of its most popular competition. Equipment. There's a cacophony of Z1-inspired accessories, from the ducktail back end and oval rear light, to the machined engine fins, textured metal tank and side panel badges, replica chem covers and clocks, which use the same typeface and needle shape, resting at the same angle at zero as the originals. Step back and you'll see how the new upper frame shape allows the seat and slim, pair drop-shaped fuel tank, which extends down, behind the side panels, to be placed horizontally, like the 72 machine, and from above the Z900RS has the same slinky hourglass shape. The metallic brown and orange livery isn't just a faithful replica of the original's carcinogenic paint, it has one of those flawless, glistening finishes that looks like it's still wet with lacquer. Specs. Engine size 948 cubic centimeters. Engine type liquid-cooled, 16V, inline 4. Frame type tubular steel trellis. Fuel capacity 17 liters. Seat height 835 millimeters. Bike weight 215 kilograms. Front suspension 41 millimeters, forks fully adjustable. Rear suspension single rear shocks adjustable for preload and rebound damping. Front brake 2x300 mm discs with four-piston monobloc radial caliper. ABS. Rear brake 250 mm single disc with single-piston caliper. Front tire size 180/55x17. Rear tire size 120/70x17. MPG, costs and insurance. Average fuel consumption. Annual road tax £101. Annual service cost £200. New price £10,399. Used price £7,400 to £10,300. Insurance group. How much to insure? Warranty term 2 years. Top speed and performance. Max power 109 brake horsepower. Max torque 73 ft-lb. Top speed 140 miles per hour. A quarter mile acceleration. Tank range